Well, what's up guys, so you join me for video number 4 of the day. Now, this is going to be an interesting video. I've been thinking about doing this video all day. I've been thinking, do I want to do this video, don't I want to do this video? You know, I've really been kind of umming and ahhing about it, and then I've decided that I do want to do this video. I do want to, to talk about this. This needs to be said. And I wanted to talk more about Johnathan Jolie. Now, I think it really winds me up the fact that, everyone keeps saying, oh, Jonathan's a great father, he's an amazing father. I just keep thinking to myself, I really wish people would shut the fuck up. Because we all know that that isn't true. We all know that the people that are saying that are talking out their backsides. I mean, Johnathan isn't someone that stands out to me for being a great parent. He's somebody that stands out to me for being a complete and utter massive creep. That's what he stands out to. That's why he stands out to me. It's like everything about him creeps the hell out of me. Everything about him is just, it just feels very perverted, I guess. I mean, the people not think it's weird how every time he uploads a video, the thumbnail that he has on there that he's using for the video is an open mouthed thumbnail. That to me says a lot about him. He knows exactly what he's doing. When he's using thumbnails like that, but he just doesn't give a crap. You've got to think about it, right? They have ED talking to strangers online, which is a massive no-no. Add that to the fact that they don't monitor what their kids are actually accessing on the internet, which again, probably isn't a safe thing to do. It's probably always kind of safer to monitor, what your kids are doing, to make sure that I think, it's safer to monitor what your kids are doing on the internet so that that obviously they're not accessing anything that's inappropriate, it has to be said, I mean, there's not really much I can say that I haven't already said in previous videos where I've really sort of spoken about Johnathan Jolie and how bad he is. I just wanted to come on here and laugh at those people that that come on Jonathan's videos every day, posting comments about how he's such a great father, because that's absolute bullshit. We all know that's a load of bullshit and bollocks. To be honest, it's probably the biggest, a load of bullshit, but probably by far the biggest load of bullshit and bollocks I've ever heard. I mean, the people really, what, some of these people are just incredibly naive. I think a lot of these people that, defend Johnathan and say that he's a great father, I think a lot of them, lack any real sort of intelligence. They're not the smartest people in the world. They are absolute, they are the dumbest people I have ever seen. I mean, I'm not obviously saying I agree with the fact that people defend Johnathan all the time, I just don't think that he deserves that. People shouldn't be defending him all the time. This guy is a child, he's a child abuser, a child exploiter, and child groomer, simple as that. What I see when I look at Jonathan's videos is a father who is basically exploiting his children for money. And Jonathan's been doing that for years. He's exploiting his children for money. That's what he's doing. He's exploiting his children for money, and he's basically, a lot of the time, he's pedo-baiting them and he's sexualizing them in many more ways than one. A lot of the things that Johnathan does, they do concern me, because it's like, why does he do them? Why does he do the things that he does? It just baffles me sometimes. But I think what baffles me more is the fact that people are constantly defending him and saying that he's doing nothing wrong. And I don't understand how people believe that. I honestly, genuinely don't. But it's just, I guess it's just one of those many things that we all complain about and say that we have an issue with. You know, I think people have good reasons for why they have an issue with Johnathan and what he does. And I think a big part of the reason is that Johnathan is actually exploiting his children. And that is very clear to see. You know, so as I said, all these people that are saying, oh, Johnathan's, you know, very father. Yeah, you're so funny. I'm laughing so hard my head's falling off. You know, I mean, do people really think that Johnathan is any sort of decent human being? Because he's not a decent human being in any sense of the word. And I don't really feel bad for saying that, because it's something that, in my honest opinion, had to be said. You know, it's an opinion that I'm entitled to. You know, and I'm not going to change that opinion. I don't, you know, if people don't agree with me, you know what? If people think I'm being unfair for saying what I'm saying, then sue me. You know, if you think I'm being unfair or you don't think that what I'm saying is right, then sue me. You know, I don't really give a damn whether people think that what I'm saying is fair. You know, I don't do these videos for, for people's, for people's, when I do these I don't do these videos, to please, to kind of people's respect or anything like that. I do these videos because I feel the need to do them, because I feel the need to say what needs to be said. And I just think that a lot of the things I say in the videos, do need to be said. I wouldn't be doing these videos if I knew that I was talking bullshit and I knew I was lying about about everything I said. If I knew that everything I was saying wasn't true, then I wouldn't be posting a single video on my channel. But I'm posting these videos and I'm saying what I'm saying because I know it's true. I mean, obviously, I've not really said, given my full opinion, honest opinion. I don't know if I've really given my fullest honest opinion on Edie being trans. What I see in the videos is a fake trans kid that is going along with some kind of, messed up idea that her mother and father have come up with, and she's going along with it just to make her parents happy, more importantly, just to make Johnathan happy. I've always said that, or I guess I've always believed that Johnathan was the driving force behind Edie becoming trans. I think he had a lot of influence on that. I mean, obviously Johnathan and all say they never pushed it on Edie, they never forced it on her. But of course they're gonna say that. Johnathan and Anna are never gonna admit that they've done, that they have forced it upon Edie. They're never gonna admit that they've been lying, that they're lying about Edie being trans. But I've always said that I believe that this whole trans child thing was just one big massive lie. I've never believed that there was any truth in it. Like when I look at Edie, I honestly don't see a true, genuine trans child. I see a child that has been abused, groomed, is being abused, groomed, exploited, and manipulated by her parent, or her dad, her father, more specifically, into thinking that this is who she's meant to be, and this is who she really is. But I think we all know it's not. I think we all know it's not who she's really meant to be. I mean, I think the problem is, some people are too in denial. They're too busy hissing Johnathan's backsides to actually be able to see that he's doing anything wrong. I'm honestly at a loss for words as to how anyone can defend Johnathan, because the guy is undefendable. You know, everything about him says I'm a massive freak, and it has to be said. You know, I know that I might sound like I'm being a little bit harsh with a lot of the things I say, but I'm not really that bothered, you know, about whether people think I'm being harsh. You know, I'm not, I'm past hearing if people, you know, about whether or not people think that I'm being too negative about Johnathan and that I'm saying, you know, what I'm saying, you know, is, you know, that whether, you know, people view it, see what I'm saying as slander and, or whatever. Like, this is not me, this is not slander. This is me speaking the truth about Johnathan, you know, this is me saying what people need to hear. You know, yeah, some people might not want to hear it, you know, obviously some people don't want to hear the truth. But I'm gonna speak it, I wanna say it, because it needs to be said. You know, I'm not afraid of the backlash that I get for what I say in my videos. I'm not, you know, I'm not afraid of, you know, I'm not afraid of all the kind of negative attention that my videos get, because, you know, I don't care about any of that. You know, I'm doing it, you know, I'm not somebody who gives a shit about, you know, about whether or not I get negative attention from people, or whether or not, you know, people don't agree with the things I say in my videos. I never have cared about that, and I never will care about that. This is my channel. You know, I'm gonna say the things that need to be said. I'm gonna say what I want to say and what I need to say. You know, I'm not gonna hold back on the things I say, because it might, you know, someone might get offended by it. If people are so offended by what I post on my channel, then there's a simple answer to that question: don't watch my videos. Because, you know, what's the point in watching videos like the videos that I do if you're gonna get so badly offended by them? It doesn't make a single word of sense. Why would you want to why would you want to watch my videos if you don't agree with the things that I'm saying? Like, you know, this is the point I'm trying to make. Is I would rather people didn't want to watch my video, I'd rather people didn't watch my videos if they didn't agree with what I do. That's all I'm saying. If they don't agree with what I do, don't watch my videos. It really is that simple. And I know I sound like a bit of a hypocrite for saying that, because I guess that same, you know, the same would also be true for me in terms of the inums. If I don't like, you know, fair enough, if I don't like what they watch, you know, what they put out on their channel, then don't watch it. But I mean, obviously, you know, I just wanted to do this video because I was so sick of hearing people, you know, constantly saying Johnathan is a great, amazing father. Because we all know that none of that is true. You know, we all know that people are talking out their backsides most of the time when they come out with things like that. Like, whenever I see comments like that on Johnathan's videos, I always want to piss myself laughing. Because those comments are so ridiculous and so untrue. That statement, you know, the whole statement of Johnathan being a great, amazing father is a statement that will never be true. You know, I am gonna be talking with the Surrey Social Services team on Monday. Somebody from the Surrey Social Services team said they're gonna call me on Monday with regards to the recent recent email I sent in regarding safeguarding concerns. Now, I don't really care if people think I'm being think that I did the wrong thing by reporting Johnathan and Anna to social services, because I genuinely do believe that social services need to be stepping in with Johnathan and Anna. I genuinely think that, you know, that social services need to be investigating them and need to be looking at what's going on behind closed doors. Because I certainly think there's a lot more going on behind closed doors than what people think there is. And I would love to see them actually be paid a visit by social services. So yeah, they're gonna call me on Monday, and I will chat, and I will speak to them, and I will voice my concerns with them. Obviously I'll make them aware of some of the things I've seen on Edie and Amelia's TikTok profiles, because that concern me. I'll also mention the fact that Johnathan and Anna are allowing their 10-year-old daughter, 10-year-old child, to speak to strangers on the internet, which is a massive no-no. I think there's a lot of things really that social services need to be made aware of regarding this family. Hence why hence why I made a recent report, and I will obviously be having a call with them at some point on Monday to discuss my concerns with a member of the social services team. So I look forward to having that phone call on Monday, because it will give me a chance to really air my grievances and I guess voice my concerns, with regards to the Only Jolies, and obviously and express my desire for them to be paid a visit. Obviously they'll probably say, oh well, there's not much they can do because it's only me that's reporting, that's actually made reports. Nobody else has actually made any reports regarding the Only Jolies, so there's probably not much they can do. But I want to make it clear that there is a need for something to be done. I've said that in the past. I've called the social services team, quite a few times, about 3 or 4 times in the past, and I was, just to kind of make them aware of a lot of the inappropriate comments that were being posted on Johnathan's TikTok videos, and the fact that he wasn't, and he still isn't really doing anything to protect his children from those kind of comments, especially Edie, because it's a lot of the time the inappropriate comments are always about Edie. So that was my concern, was that Johnathan wasn't doing anything to protect his child from those comments that were being posted on the videos. I'm assuming that inappropriate comments are still being posted on a lot of Johnathan's videos that have ED in them. Obviously I've not watched a lot of his TikTok videos for a while, so I won't be aware of whether anyone's been posting inappropriate comments on them or not, but I'm guessing that probably is still an issue. But there are some people out there who feel the need to kind of post inappropriate comments, about a child, and this is what I want. This is why I'm saying that I want social services to step in, because in my honest opinion, it feels like there's not really any kind of safeguarding going on. Like with Johnathan and Anna, it feels like they don't, they as parents don't care about safeguarding their children. We are talking about a migrant father who constantly show the school logo in their videos. When it hits at school, they're constantly showing the school logo in their videos when they've been warned not to do that. So that right there shows a lack of safeguarding, really. The fact that they're continuing to show the school logo, very clearly in the videos when they've been warned not to, or advised not to do that, for safety reasons, because of the risk that's posing to their children. But they don't care, and this is why I'm saying that social services need to step in, because someone who is in a position of authority really needs to have a word with Johnathan and Anna about what the hell they're doing, and what the hell they're playing at, because they're a pair of idiots who don't know the first thing about parenting. I feel like they give their kids too much freedom. There's not. It feels like they're very, their relaxed style of parenting, just isn't good, someone needs to seriously have a chat with them and, get them to butt their ideas up. I actually want someone to have a word with Johnathan about these perverted thumbnails he's using, because that alone really concerns me, the fact that every video he uploads has an open mouth thumbnail. You know, if that doesn't show how much of a creep Johnathan is, I don't know what does. You know, that to me is incredibly weird, but sadly we know exactly what he's trying to do with that. So, as far as I'm concerned, you know, enough's been said for this video. I'll see you for another one tomorrow. Have a great day, have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you for another video tomorrow. Bye bye.